Good morning, everybody. Look what I've got on. My hat and my sweatshirt. Nope, didn't put it away. Wanted to, but couldn't. Last Sunday at this time, it was well into the 70s already. This morning, low 40s. You know what? It's the last day of May. Tomorrow is June 1st. June 1st being the meteorological first day of summer. Yes, we're going to get out there and do it. No more long pants, shorts only. From now, June, July, August. Got it? We'll be putting the jeans on occasionally, now and then. I'm back out here in the spot I've been for several times this week. One of my favorite spots. I wanted to show you some kind of cool stuff. Look at that. Yep. Some of you know what those are. Those are little black caps getting ready to blossom. And before you know it, we'll be filling our tummies with some wild black raspberries. Yummy. I have to get out here fast before the chickens get to them, because there's a little bit of a race to see who gets to them first. All over the place. They're all over the place here. That's what excites me. But there's another little something some of you might recognize. Leaves of 3, let them be. That's the other thing that's growing all over the place back here. So even as I'm back here picking my wild black raspberries, the other thing I have to do is make sure I do have my jeans on, my long jeans, and not a pair of shorts, because, hey, you just don't know. You just don't know. It's a mix. There's lots of good stuff back here. There's lots of stuff that can cause me a little bit of irritation, if you know what I mean, down the road. Just have to be careful. Got to thinking about that, and our lesson that I'll be talking about on Zoom Church in just a little while. The lessons that we have from the book of Acts, with the disciples being all huddled up in their upper room, and the Holy Spirit descends upon them and sends them out into the world full of power, full of confidence to spread the good news that Jesus is alive, and Jesus' love is going to be pervasive in this world through them as they move out and spread that good news. I think about that, and I think about our world. It really hasn't changed a whole lot other than technology. I'm going to just be quiet for a minute, and you listen and see what you can hear. Yeah, maybe you picked up on the birds. In the background, there was a car going down the road a couple hundred yards to my east. You might even hear my neighbor's generator going. He's Amish, but he has a generator for his milk house. Also, just over my shoulder, you may or may not have been able to hear him, but there's a couple of horses there that he'll be hitching up to his wagon soon to go to church this morning. There's a mix of things up here too, natural and things that have been put together by human beings for our benefit. The world is just full of everything, right? And we have that going on with all the unrest, with the pandemic. It's just one crazy world we live in. It's the world we've inherited. It's the world that's been put into our hands, yours and mine, to take care of. I think that's part of our calling as people who live on this planet, as people of God, is to see to it that we do the best job possible taking care of it, and fully realizing that You know, there's going to be good, there's going to be bad. Good things, evil things. How do we deal with all those things? We can't escape it. We can't escape it. I would love to be able to move back here, build myself a little hut, and just forget that there's anything else going on in the rest of the world. That's not what we're called to do. We are part of this created order. God plopped Adam and Eve in the middle of it and said, hey, there you go, a gift from me. Now, take care of it. Take care of it. That's what we are called to do. Just not the natural surroundings that I have all around me right now, but also those things that we do collectively as human beings. We are to take care of those things. Take care of one another. We are called to be in community. I know in some ways that's kind of difficult to do right now when we've been called to, maintain social distancing. We've been called to not be gathering in mass gatherings. And these are times right now when we want to come together to offer each other support and comfort and solace and things like that. And it's rather difficult to do that. But we can still do that virtually. We can do it over the phone with one another. We can just talk to our neighbors over the hedgerow or their fence. We can do those things. We are called to do those things. Jesus wants us to share his love with a hurting world. That's the oomph, if you will, the push behind the Spirit of God, the breath of God. Pentecost this day, when that mighty wind swept in on those disciples. I think it was pushing them out of there, out of that upper room, out into the open spaces, out into the world. And God basically saying, no more hiding. Now's the time to get busy. Oh, we need our quiet places of solitude. We need our little retreat places. This is one of mine right back here, and I love it. And it energizes me. But where it's happening is back there, up by the road, in town, amongst people. We still have those times of moving amongst people and gathering, and they'll become even more common in the days ahead. And I am really myself looking forward to a time where we're back together in our churches, with our church services, with our Bible studies. Even this week, Pastor Craig and Vicar Rick and myself are going to be meeting virtually, and then hopefully a little bit later we'll be meeting together in person to discuss our plans on getting back together. And hopefully by midsummer we are doing that. It'll be a little different. We have to be a lot more careful, but it's what we need to do as God's people, as we are called to care for one another and share that love of God with each other, but also with the world that is hurting so much right now, right around us. So go ahead and bundle up today. Get your sweatshirts back on. It's going to be a little nippy and chilly, and hopefully it even hits 60 degrees at some point today. But if not, it's going to be a great week coming up. A great first meteorological week of summer. It is here, folks. The warm, hot days will be here to stay pretty soon. Let's enjoy them. Let's enjoy this cool day as a fresh breath of air from God as we prepare ourselves to get out there and share his love with others. Have a great day. God's blessings be with you on this Pentecost Sunday.